What is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be building the best squad that you guys can use right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. So let's say the tournament was today, the 250K tournament that I got banned for. But let's say it was today and I was eligible. This is probably the squad that I would be going out there and using today. Now, again, before we dive any further into this, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. And guys, also to note, if I plug in a card in this video, like that's, 300K, but I'll talk about, some free cards that could replace him, because we do have a lot of decent, solid free cards in my team, and, that needs to be known as well. So, we're going to start off at the point guard position, and this one might surprise a lot of people. Galaxy Opal with Ben Simmons. Now, why might Ben Simmons surprise some people? Well, the card came out a while ago, and we've gotten some new out-of-position point guards. But I just feel like none of those point guards play as good a defense as Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons dunks on everybody. Like, there's not many people I straight up run to the rim and dunk with more than Ben Simmons. Because that's what he does for you. That's kind of the best thing that he is going to do for you on the court. I love Ben Simmons, and I've been running him alongside this shooting guard for the recent time. And I've been having a lot of success with this duo. Tracy McGrady at the shooting guard position. I don't know who needs to hear it. Tracy McGrady might be, if you don't want to say he's the best card in the game, he's up there, man. He is definitely up there because he literally offensively creates so much for you. Now, again, you have to be somewhat skilled to use the card. He's not like a Taco, not like a Yao, where they're just going to give you offense because they're so tall. T-Mac, you have to be able to move with. You have to be able to 3-hunt with a little bit. But he makes it easy to do that. Like, you come off the screen with T-Mac, he is going to be greening basically every shot for you. You saw it in the 250K tournament, He was probably the best overall card in that, even though, everybody got banned. The people that still made it, I mean, they knew what T-Mac was capable of. Probably the best card in that tournament, maybe outside of Yao Ming. Now, when we get to the small forward position, this one might surprise some people. Pink Diamond Jonathan Bender. He's 7 feet tall at that small forward position. He can move, he can groove, he plays great defense. And height is so important in my team. I can't phrase that enough. Height literally runs the game, and Bender is who I'm going with at that small forward position. Is the card perfect? No. I mean, his release could be better. It's good release, but it definitely could be better, and there are some small things, that you can argue other people do better than him. But he's 7 feet tall, has a smooth release, plays great defense, dunks the ball incredibly. I love Jonathan Bender. And again, if you have Tracy McGrady on the court, how many more ball handlers do you need? Now, Bender can be that secondary ball handler, but you don't need other guys that can create their own shot as long as you're going to be running your offense through Tracy McGrady. At the power forward position, is there ever a surprise here? Pink Diamond Taco Fall. When I first used Taco, I wasn't sure if he was the best power forward in the game, right? I was like, I know he's 7'6", but his stats aren't that good. His badges aren't that good. Forget all of that, man. He is 7'6". His player model is absolutely massive, and the card dominates in my team. I'm not even going to just say he's good. This card dominates in my team, and if you don't have Taco, you're at an automatic disadvantage. Because let's think about it. The power forward position. Sure, if you have Kristaps, maybe he can compete, but that's about it. If you have Taco, you have a legitimate advantage. A guy has an 83 ball basically with range extender, a smooth release. Taco, the best power forward in the game. And for his value, he's honestly not bad. And at the starting center position, we're plugging in Galaxy Opal Yao Ming. Yes, the average height of my starting lineup has to be, 7'1", 7'2". But I don't really care. Because the way I see things is when you're plugging in Taco and Yao, they're not going to have to do that much for you. They're going to snag on the glass. They're going to play good defense. Their player models are going to be incredible. They're going to get you stops. And you run your offense through T-Mac. If you happen to ever miss a shot with T-Mac, the great part about it is you should be able to get your offensive rebound with Taco, with Yao. I hate playing against the Taco and Yao duo more than anything else, especially when I'm on my no money spent. right? And I'm running, you know, the budget power forwards of my team right now. And I run up against the Taco Royale, it's basically over for me. Like, the other day, I was down 16-1 in the rebounding battle just because of Taco and Yao. Now to the bench, okay? And we're going to run a 13-man lineup, but for the bench, we're going to start it off with Dark Matter Jimmy Butler. I've made the case a while that Jimmy Butler is the best point guard in the game, and I still think he is. Although I do like the Ben Simmons T-Mac duo, I think if you're looking for an overall point guard, it's Jimmy Butler. Why? Because he can create a little bit of offense. He can play incredible defense. He's 6'7". Honestly, guys, I wouldn't have a problem if you ran Jimmy Butler at that shooting guard position, right? Like, let's say you're a really big Lonzo Ball fan and you want to run Jimmy at shooting guard. You can definitely do that as well. I just like Jimmy Butler a lot at that point guard position. I feel like he handles the ball decently, can make some plays. But on the defensive end of the court, that's where Jimmy is going to be his absolute best. Now, the shooting guard position is one I really had a hard time with. Do I want to plug in Scottie Pippen? Do I want to plug in Billy Knight? Do I want to, you know, plug in a different guy? I really struggled with it. And the guy I ended up deciding with was Scottie Pippen. Now, why did I take Scottie Pippen over Billy Knight? Why did I take Scottie Pippen over Clyde Drexler, over Kobe Bryant? It's a really simple equation. Scottie Pippen defensively is better than all those guys. And Scottie Pippen's offense and his release is absolutely incredible. I know Scottie Pippen might not have as good of badges or as good of stats as some of those guys that I've mentioned. But he's 6'8". His release is absolutely immaculate. You're never going to miss with him. And he's going to play absolutely incredible defense. For me, that's enough. Run him alongside Jimmy Butler. You got two guys that are going to play really great, really solid defense for you that I both love. That is my backup backcourt on the best squad in the game. At the small forward position, another position that was really tough for me, the guy I settled on was Dark Matter Bill Russell. If we're going to have this theme of defense, let's stick to it with Bill Russell, right? 6'10", can defend everybody on the court. Meanwhile, I'm loading into a clutch time offline game, AFKing, and the lineup, they're glitching me. They're running Bill Russell at the shooting guard position. Why can they run out of position players and I can't? Doesn't make sense to me. Bill Russell, though, I love him. I really do. Is the card perfect? Do I love his release? I mean, it's okay. I just think defensively he does so much for me. I know a lot of people are going to want me to plug in Danny Ferry. Danny Ferry's not as good as Bill Russell. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is in my team. Again, I don't make these rules, right? I'm just the one verifying the information for you guys. At the backup power forward position, we're going to run Dark Matter Kristaps Porzingis. Now, KP, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think the card's a top 5 card in the game. I mean, you can't put a price tag on what Kristaps Porzingis brings to the table. Now, is he going to be as good as Taco or Yao? No. But he is that next best option. He absolutely is. Smooth release, can green shots, plays absolutely incredible defense at 7'3". I mean, attacking the rim is just fine. He's incredible. I kind of wish we didn't have Taco because I feel like KP gets kind of overshadowed by him. But I absolutely love Kristaps Porzingis in my team. And he's going to have a spot on the squad for quite some time. A card I'm not super high on, but I'm going to talk about here, backup center, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I'm just going to plug my 11th man in here in David Robinson. Here's the deal. I actually like David Robinson more than Kareem. But you got to realize, you're going to be playing guys like Taco and guys like Yao. And I feel like Kareem gives you the better chance to stop them. Now again, here's a prime example of a Kareem definitely not worth locking in. So, you know, if you want to, right, move D-Rob here, move KP here, and that's the lineup I would recommend you guys running. But again, you want to build the best squad in the game, you probably have to have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar somewhere on there just in case you match versus that Taco and Yao duo and you're like, you know, at least Kareem's going to try to compete against those type of guys. But all three guys, D-Rob, Kareem, KP, deserve a spot on the best 13 in the game. Now, where you play them, who you have ahead of who, that's really up to you. But again, they all deserve to be mentioned. The next guy in our 12 spot is Pervis Ellison. If you want to plug in a free grindable card or an RNG card, it's not Danny Ferry, it's Pervis Ellison. The card is absolutely magnificent. Great release. I mean, good player model. He's only 6'9", so I wouldn't recommend playing him at that power forward position. But you want a small forward in my team, there's not many better than Purvis Ellison. I do prefer Bender slightly. I do prefer Bill Russell slightly. But I gotta say, it's not by much, probably. And again, the main thing for me is I went with a defensive theme. If you wanted a little more offense, I'd plug Purvis right in there for Bill Russell. I mean, it's really splitting hairs. You know, you got to choose what you want to do. Both cards are absolutely incredible. I just always prioritize defense over offense. And with that 13th spot, we're going to go with Dark Matter LaMelo Ball. And I know a lot of people would want to run LaMelo over Ben Simmons or want to run LaMelo over Jimmy Butler. And if that's you, that is perfectly fine. That's perfectly okay. A lot of people still argue to this day that LaMelo Ball is the best point guard in the game. For me, I might be biased against LaMelo because, look, I've never even ran LaMelo Ball's Dark Matter too much. I mean, I think I did a gameplay with him, but that was about it. It's not like I play a lot with him. So, I mean, I don't know how to use him to his greatest potential. And again, my whole thing is, why are people running LaMelo when T-Mac's in the game? Like, there's no point. T-Mac is your primary ball handler. You might as well get some more defense with Ben Simmons alongside of him. So, that's just kind of the way I personally think of things. I think offense is way easier to score on, and you do need to prioritize defense for the way the game is played right now. The sad part about this whole squad that I just built is to build this squad, you're probably looking at, well, Kareem's what, over $1 mil? Taco and Yao combined are about what, 1.5? T-Mac's about $1 mil. Just with that alone, you're at 4.5. KP's basically 500K. I mean, Jimmy Butler's basically 500K. LaMelo Ball is basically 500K. This squad is probably 6 million empty. So you got to really prioritize things, right? And if you can use a free card, I definitely would recommend using it. So let's say you have Danny Ferry, run him over Bill Russell. Okay, if you have, you know, don't want to pay for Jonathan Bender, that's fine. Run Purvis Ellison instead. Like, you can tactically downgrade, and that's something I definitely would recommend you guys doing. But if you want to run the best squad in the game, this is the squad I personally came up with. That is going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully each of you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are doing it. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.